Welcome guys in education and information. This video is about poetic appreciation on poem Father Returning Home 2.5 class 12 poetry section Father Returning Home. The poem by very famous Indian English poet Dilip Chitre. Appreciation on poems like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 and 2.5, 2.6. All 6 poem appreciation you will get the link in description box. I request you go through description box also, and it's a very important topic for examination. Father Returning Home poem explained in detail with all the poem till 2.1 to 2.6. You will get the link in description box. So you need to go to description box and watch all the video once, so you will understand what you need to do for the examination also. And now let's start with poetic appreciation. Before begin with poetic appreciation, I would like to tell you should go to the question paper pattern video which I recently created. You will get the link of that video also in the description box. Why? Because question paper pattern is just kind of direction where you need to go. So once you understand question paper pattern, that time only we'll understand the value of this video. The question will be like this in exam. Write a poetic appreciation of the poem Father Returning Home with the help of the following points. And these are the points we need to explain one by one. And this section is for the 4 marks, and as we should know that this is a non-optional question, a compulsory question. Among this is any poem will become for the examination, so we need to do all 6 poem appreciation parts and it will be very easy. We will see one by one about the poem, poet and the title. About the poem. Father Returning Home is the famous poem by Dilip Chitre, taken from Travelling in the Cage. The very painful loneliness symbolizes man's isolation from man-made world. Poet Dilip Chitre, 1938 to 2009, was a bilingual poet, creative painter, filmmaker and famous magazine columnist. He received the prestigious Sahitya Akademi Award for his remarkable contribution in poetry as well as in translation. He has translated the popular Marathi Abhanga spiritual poem Says Tuka into English. Title: The Present is an autobiographical poem where the poet shows the complete solitude life of an old man in modern society by depicting a picture of his own father returning home from work.
WhatsApp or Facebook.
Now, next theme. The central idea or theme of the poem is man's estrangement from man-made world. Man creates this world with his own hand by doing hard work, but he remains isolated and unhappy. The poet expresses his feeling for his working father. Next, style, language, poetic devices and special features. Poem consists of 2 stanzas. Of first stanza is of 12 lines and second stanza is of 13 lines. It is free verse where there is no rhyme and no rhythm. For the next feature, the poem is very symbolic structure. The lack of rhythm is symbolizes that poet's father was uncared for life. The language is easy and simple but full of imagery. It is in first person narrative where the poet himself is the speaker who narrates the isolated life and monotonous routine of his father. The prominent feature of the figure of speech in the poem are alliteration, simile and onomatopoeia. This figure of speech also explained in detail by explanation line by line on the poem on Father Returning Home. So, you will get the link in description box. The key observation and pictorial description of poet is the special. See I button where you will get the video on figure of speech. That video is enough to learn about figure of speech for the examination. Next, message and moral. What is message from the poem? The poem gives message of separation of man, old generation from modern society. The modern generation is not coping with old one. It focuses the communication gap as well as lifestyle of modern society. Poet expresses his life feelings for his old father, but every old father has almost same condition. So we
This
can
video
take
could
moral from the
WhatsApp or
poem that we
Facebook
must
पर
look
share करें.
after the elderly members in our family and society. Dear friends, this is what the message you should also understand while reading and understanding the poem. Your opinion about the poem. This is last section of poetic appreciation. I like this poem very much because the topic is very relevant to present society. Poem is written simple and appealing language. The poem paved way of option to realize us the importance of father and his dedication towards the family. Dear friend, this section you can write by your own, not necessarily same as it is you need to copy from this section, as you can write anything any about your opinion about the poem. Otherwise you can write like this. I like the poem very much as it depicts the real picture of monotony life of elderly hardworking person in the modern society. Dear friends, this appreciation part of all poem is very important. If you want, you can take screenshot, so you can write somewhere, you can note down somewhere, and it will be very easy while writing appreciation part of the poem. And yes, I request you once again, appreciation of the poem 2.1 to 2.6, you need to do it thoroughly because this section is for no option and compulsory question in the examination. I hope you understand the appreciation of the poem Father Returning Home. This also gives a message to us
इस
to
वीडियो
take
को
care of
WhatsApp
our
और
father,
Facebook पर
senior
शेयर
citizen in
करें.
the society who is working hard to be best out of you. So take care of near and dear one. नसीब वाले हैं जिनके सर पर पिता का हाथ होता है, जिद भी पूरी होती है अगर पिता का साथ होता है.